Hi guys. Light. Just trying to get my light right. Hi. Welcome back to the channel. I decided to come on tonight and I was kind of back and forth about whether I was going to just record a video or come on here live. And it really felt important to have everybody's interactive energies here. So I just turned off the light in the room too. I was just feeling the need to have the light a little bit more dim tonight. And I still have my projector out front from Halloween. So every once in a while, you're going to see a bat fly by over here on my window. I couldn't see that before. So anyway, I wanted to do something to try to honor this time of year, to honor our ancestors, to do something for All Souls Day, for, you know, where is this coming from? I don't even know where to start, honestly. I was kind of back and forth about whether I should come on or not, but it feels really important. And hi guys. And I can feel a little bit more energy as you guys come in. So I feel a little bit scattered right now. I feel like it's gonna be guided. I fly by the seat of my pants all the time, and but I generally have some kind of guidance ahead of time as far as what we're gonna do or where it's gonna lead, or and I don't feel that way right now. But I feel completely open to having it go however it is meant to go. So I want this to be a time of honoring for people in our lives who have passed. We're honoring the dead. We're honoring our ancestors. And at the same time, we're honoring ourselves. We are honoring our bloodline. And there's something that I read today that I wanted to read you guys that kind of really inspired me for this in the first place. Says in the ancient Celtic calendar, All Hallows Eve, which begins at sunset on October 31st, marks the end of the old year, and the new year doesn't begin until dawn on November 3rd. That's tomorrow. The intervening days, All Souls and All Saints Day in the Christian calendar, are days outside of time, days when we can celebrate what happened in the past and discover what is about to happen in the future. In every culture in history, these three absent days are much like the Australian Aboriginal dream time, days out of time when we can sow the seeds of the new and different world that we envision. It feels like this energy right now is really important for, today is the last day of Mercury retrograde too. So the last day of that, looking in the past and examining things from the past. And as much as everybody, we're usually dying to get out of Mercury retrograde, I feel like it was really important to honor what retrograde is meant for, and honor looking at the past. Honor the past because it has served us in so many different ways. It has served us in showing us really, really terrible things so that we can grow and so that we can expand, so that we as light workers can create the new from those old experiences. They've showed us really beautiful energies, and so essentially that's really what I want to do. And it involves honoring the people that have passed and energies that are around us at all times. Our guides, our ancestors, ascended masters, the light beings that are around us all the time that we're a little bit more sensitive to right now. So I'm just going to say hi. Hi, Elizabeth. Thank you for doing that. Hi, Ronald. Hi, Claudia. Hi, Marianne. Hi, Tamara. Okay, so I first wanted to tell you guys a little bit of what I had going on, and hopefully we have some more people come on here. I just posted in the Hawk's Nest that at the last minute, it's always last minute, that I was going to be coming on here. So I'm hoping that some of them can come over too. Hi, Crystal. Crystal, thank you so much for the, she got me another card holder. I think it was you, right, Crystal? This really beautiful wooden bird card holder that I really wanted from my Amazon wish list. And there's a reason that I had to show it right now too. I have this this card here that I got from one of the local restaurants, and I think it's back. I'm not sure if it's backwards for you guys or not, but it says grow through what you go through, which I think is so important to remember. Even to, you know, as we're talking about the past, and we're honoring the past, we're not just honoring other people. We are honoring ourselves too. We are honoring all the past versions of ourselves. And everyone is a mirror. So even our ancestors who, you know, we didn't even know or we knew in other lifetimes or whatever it is, they are mirrors of us and the old versions of us and all of the things that we've been through. So it really is about taking time to honor ourselves. We're also outside of time. So right now, this person that you see right here is an ancestor for who I'm going to be years from now, lifetimes from now. So I'm looking at my own ancestor. That is really important to honor who I am right now, love exactly where I am, because the wisdom that I have right now is really important and essential to my bloodline, to the ones coming in the future. And my screen was freezing up a little bit there. I feel like I'm having all of these timeline jumps. I know it's just my computer and I know it's the streaming, but what they're bringing me back to is what it said was the days outside of time. And I actually have this tattoo on my arm too. It says Kairos. I don't know if I've ever really talked about it on here before, but Kairos, the definition for Kairos is essentially time outside of time. It is, you know, Chronos time is clock time. Kairos time is the time outside of that. It's those times, that time, those moments when time seems to stand still. It's almost like retrograde, where we're actually moving forward, but we feel like we're moving backwards. So it's this kind of void in time almost. But Kairos time and Kairos moments have always really, really resonated with me, the idea of them, because in those moments, when it feels as if time is freezing or we're not moving forward, we're not moving backwards, we are very present. We are very aware that now is the time and we're outside of time. You can almost see your life shift. There are very beautiful moments where it's almost as if it's in slow motion. And if you pay attention for those moments, if you grab onto and cherish those frozen moments, which is really interesting, I'll tell you why in a minute, you can feel your life shift. You can feel your life change. There are so many times where I get these moments, and sometimes they're deja vu moments, but sometimes I get these moments where I'm sitting with my kids and they'll say something and I would just look at them like, you're so fucking beautiful. They look different. Their face is almost like it's almost like I don't recognize them, but I know them and I see them so deeply that there's no way that I'm seeing a part of their soul that I just hadn't noticed in the moments leading up to it. And I get lost. I get so lost in those moments. And there's so many times in my life where I've been going through very heavy things or very deep things, where leaning into those Kairos moments and keeping track of them and keeping an eye out for them has gotten me through really, really hard times. So that time outside of time, really it's like this important vortex in time where the old is ending, the new is beginning. We've been going through this huge transformation, this huge transition for a very long time now. And we're right on the cusp of it. You're right on the edge of shifting into something new. And we are able to construct what that is going to look like for us. For me, part of honoring my ancestry has to do with releasing the burdens of the bloodline, honoring them for their sacrifice, for the things that they went through, for the struggles that they went through, and for I hear like surviving the old template, for having lived and for a lot of them having suffered in the old template. Because that was their way. That was what was meant to happen for us in the bloodline, and it was meant to free us. It was meant to show us our ability to be sovereign beings now and to construct our new reality from then on. I am creating my own ancestry now. I am creating my own bloodline now. The DNA that I have from those energetic experiences and from those in my bloodline, not just from my blood, from all of the light beings that have ever been around me, not just my blood ancestors, but especially my blood ancestors. It's like I'm recoding my DNA now for the future. I am my own ancestor now, and I choose not to carry on the programs and distortions and imprints and burdens of the old template and the old way of being. I honor them for as far as they came, and there are several of them that need to be released. And they need to be released from me, the energy, the signature of their struggle and of their pain and of their heartbreak and of their darkness needs to be released from me, because it's not mine, and I choose to not have it be mine. And I choose to not carry on forward into this new reality as as being resigned to that. So I want to honor them by freeing myself of the burden of the responsibility that their energies have put on me, because they were unable to escape it. They couldn't escape it. They even passed on with the energy of it still attached to them. So in helping to release them into the light, I release myself into the light and away from this ancestral programmed darkness and heaviness. And for me, it's like this very, very deep soul sadness and unworthiness, and it's not mine. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit more about that in a little bit, but I just want to check in with you real quick and say hi to everybody. Hi, Cindy. I see you on there. Cindy really wanted to do this tonight and be able to honor, to pay a tribute and honor and figure out what we need to do to release any energies that need to go to the light. And it doesn't mean that that we will never experience them anymore, or we don't need to remember them, or whatever it is. But some of them are stuck in these realms, this in-between realm, and they need a little bit of help from us. So, hi, Ruth. Hi, Salma. Hi, Karen. Oh, thank you. Hi, Joanne. So it looks like a couple people are having technical difficulties right now too. And just remember that today is the last day of Mercury retrograde, which a lot of times will affect your electronics and things like that. So Elizabeth said, forgave each and every single one for any burdens and responsibility I've had to endure and will carry on to end in this 3-day period. We must assist in the unfinished business to lead them on the right path. Yeah. So I feel the heaviness of it right now. It's I feel the heaviness here on my heart. And There are several people that I wanted to talk about, and I welcome every single one of you to mention a loved one, to honor them, to just say their name out loud, to have a picture with you and hold it close to your heart and remember them and honor them here in the chat if you want to. But I just want to start by bringing us to center, by grounding us here in the space. And I'd really like I've set up my sacred container right now, but I would like for each of you to set up your sacred container too, and I can walk you through that a little bit if you want. So we're just going to close our eyes and take a couple of deep breaths, breathing in through your abdomen and up in through your chest. Breathing in the light of the universe around you, breathing out any debris. Breathe in the light of the universe. Breathing out any densities. Relax your shoulders. Breathing in. And breathing out. Just going to continue that breath to connecting ourselves to the energy grid, to the human energy grid of each and every one of us and those around us. The breath is what connects us all. Breath is the one thing. We're all guided by this life force. And as we breathe together, set the intention to circle up and accept this loving gift of human connection. We're honored to be a part of. Anchor that down into your root chakra. And just take a minute to breathe together. Calling in the archangels around us, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Gabriel, call them forth to set up in the four corners of our sacred container, sealing the edges with rainbow energy. Call on Archangel Michael to guide us, protect us. Only allow in energies that are here for our highest and greatest good. Call forth Archangel Metatron to hold the vertical space. Archangel Sandalphon to connect the energies of the crystalline grid of the earth. Archangel Zadkiel, Lady Amethyst, and Saint Germain. I ask that continuously and completely Circulate the violet flame energy in this space, cleansing, purifying. To move any energies that have attached themselves to us or to this space. And I ignite a holy fire portal to burn off any debris that is released. Yes, let Mother Gaia ground us and anchor us to this space. That we are surrounded with divine holy love at all times. Take a deep breath in. And release. That are here, that are meant to be communicating with us. And I ask that we be shown what healing they need in order to move to the light. For some of you, it's going to be in one of the chakras. I'm seeing the root chakra. There's some clearing that needs to be done in the root chakra of this energy that needs to be released. There's an instability, there's fear that keeps them attached. And if you open yourself up to receive the healing through you, through your root chakra, the blockage in your root chakra, they will feel the release through yours. Some of them are incredibly, incredibly loyal to you and don't want to leave you. They don't want to leave until they know that you are okay. And since we have each other, we know that everything will be okay. We're grounded, we're secure, we're safe. Archangel Michael is here to cut any cords, any ties, any attachments in or around your field that are connected to fear and ungroundedness. Fear of being alone, the fear of the unknown, fear of mortality, fear of dying. The angels are surrounding you. Solar light beings are surrounding you. And this energy. I see grandfathers, I see uncles, I see grandmothers, I see daughters. See mothers and fathers. Mary, Mother Mary has stepped forward to offer this healing. Yasha akata yosho katiam piatu kosho piatu yonialia. Tiasho okoko yentiaptu dia. Tiro oko shusiantia te katayato. Piato oko shuyansiantia te katayato kotuyantiapoko shuyata. Tiro tocho sukuchuya te kataya tutuish. Te antoko oko shiansiata katoyan piato. Mero oko to shiansiata kataya. Nyayatoko. For some of you, this is a deep fear of the dark. This is a fear of spirits. This is a fear of your sensitive connection that leaves you connected to very deep, very multi-dimensional energy grids, to beings that are here to assist or surrounding you and sending you so much pure, compassionate, loving, holy fire energy. Tiatakoto and Tiashakoto Sui and Tiapietiayo. Pero okoko yoshiansia tikotun tia poposhvia tiatika. Pero oko shiantia tikotun tiao. Yato, you're so held. Miashoko oyan tiatokotoyan sia. Tia so oko sian. Mio oko kayato oshui sian tiapia. Pero to yoshoyan tiapokotoyasha. Pero oko shiantia tikotu. Jesus is here. Yatoko siantia tiatoko intiasi indiobo. Pero oko pitiantik. Ea o oko shusiantia tikatoyan tiapialto. Just breathe in. Connect with whatever energy it is that you have here, needing to be released. Ask them if they have anything that they would like to say before they go. Tiato kotuya siantia tiapia to oku shiantiato kotuyambia. Pero don't be afraid of what you hear. Just sit and listen for a minute. Some of them carry the pain and the weight of not having been allowed to be in their own light, fearing their own light, fearing the depth of who they were, fear of showing who they were. They never got to be their own light. They never got to be themselves freely and completely. We honor them by choosing that for ourselves, by allowing ourselves to be our light, to be in the depths of our light at all times. Listen for what they tell you. Whenever you're ready, whenever they are ready, we remove the cross from our own shoulders. We remove that weight and we allow Jesus to take it and to escort them to the light. We've removed all bindings. We've removed the hold of the darkness on them and on us. In the places where there were attachments and bindings and darkness and blockages, we are being infused with ultraviolet light, ultraviolet energy, and through our blood and through our tissues, being infused with the light codes and the ray needed to activate the remembrance of who we are, the depth of who we are. We have the codes in our DNA of the new earth. Allow that to pump through your veins, to fill your body, your tissues, your blood, your organs, radiating out into your energy body, out into your light body. We complete the karmic cycle. We honor the sacrifice of our ancestors. We free ourselves. The whole room is filling with this golden dust, these particles that fill every space. You can breathe them in. And as the weight has been lifted, as we feel lighter, I hear geese outside. We come together in that V to forge forward, to carve the way, to create a new way, a new reality for us and our bloodline to come. We are cleansed, we are purified. And those that we love and cherish now and the ones that have passed are free of any of their karmic burdens. May the energy of this travel forwards and backwards on our timeline in all dimensions, in all levels of consciousness, to infinity, to include all past lives, all future lives, as we construct the vision for our new reality. What do you want it to look like? What do you want you to look like? Take a deep breath in. And just receive. Sit in the middle of your own power and allow it. Feel the energy of feel them all around us. Thank them for their love, for their energy, for the way that they see us and they reflect us. This includes animals too, any animals that have passed in your life. I can see them all. They have powerful messages for us. They have powerful wisdom for us. And at the heart of it all is obviously love is what leads the way, but the resonance with that comes from here. It comes from here, and it comes from allowing ourselves, loving ourselves exactly where we are, no matter where we are. Loving them where they are, no matter where they are. Part of what brought me to this in the last couple of days, well, in the last week really, is that my grandmother came to someone actually that a dear friend in a dream, and was actually trying not to allow me to see the truth, wanting to keep her message and her secret very, very close to her. And I think the more I ascend and the more higher my vibration is, and the more I come into my own power, the more her energy was fearing me coming into the truth. And the more she tried to kind of veer me off my path. And a lot of this frozen energy that I had been in for a while now was part of that ancestral kind of, some people call it a curse, some people call it, whatever you want to call it. It was just heavy, dense, deeply soul tired energy running through my veins. And it's so powerful, it just knocked me on my ass as if it was my own. And I was trying to understand it, and I don't think that she underestimates me, but she definitely doesn't underestimate me, but she's pretty powerful herself and was working very hard to keep me from the truth, which means I was just working even harder to get to the truth. And another very dear friend of mine did a reading for me the other day, and really, in a very resilient way, stuck with her energy. Even as salty as my grandmother was being, and kind of crossing her arms and not wanting to reveal anything, she put in a major amount of effort to get to the truth. And there was a lot of just this binding energy, not having a choice, being presented with a situation and not having a choice. She had to go through with it. And, it wasn't what it seemed, whether it was marriage or, I come from a big Catholic family, and you get married, you have kids, stay married, do not get divorced, no matter what, no matter how you're treated. Divorce is a sin, or that's how they see it. And no matter who your partner is, no matter who your husband is, no matter who he ends up being, no matter how terrible he ends up being, no matter how cold his heart ends up being, part of her truth was about taking that, the energy of that to the great. But the energy of that sin and that slavery, almost being a slave to other people, having that be your role, that's your role alone. It's no wonder underneath of the burden of the ancestral responsibility, because we are light workers. We have carried that on our shoulders, and it is essentially our role to clear that through our bloodline. But it's been really heavy, and I'm still working through it. This is part of it. Releasing her from her bindings, because I'm a healer, because I'm a light worker. I'm able to help her do that, but I don't help her do that by carrying the weight for her. I do that by seeing it, by being aware of it, by catching it and saying, you know what, this is not mine. I'm not going to continue the vibration of those patterns and of that abuse and of that way of living and of that suppression of my authenticity and who I am, because of the programmings of the church and of family and of old outdated templates and systems. I am not a slave to that. No matter how many lifetimes I was a slave to that, and literally a slave, I choose that I am not that anymore. That does not define me. I am shifting into this new version of me and empowering myself, stepping fully into my light and my ability to manifest and to essentially change my DNA. That's what I'm doing. And so that's what I'm in the middle of. That's what I was in the middle of today. And I was led on a spiritual quest and a spirit guided quest, and ended up in this town that was the first place that Lloyd and I went to when he came here to see me. And it was the first place that we actually did energy work, and we were guided to, heal some water there and the land there, and ended up in this antique store. And I was guided there again today to help try to release some of this. And I didn't know where I was going. I just ended up in front of his shop, and I looked over and I said, oh, okay, I see where we're going now. And I went in there, and I didn't feel the energy of buying anything. I wasn't guided to any of the crystals. And the shop owner is really incredible. I knew I needed to talk to him. He was talking to somebody else when I first went in there. So I just was walking around the store a little bit, and I was led to the front corner of the store, and there was a huge altar there. It's so interesting the way that it was set up. But there is this big Jesus statue and a Mother Mary statue, and Saint Teresa statue that was special to the store owner. And I think that he himself had set it up as just a place of respect and honoring that he could go to every night before he closed up his shop. And it started out as this little corner, and more people were drawn to it, and people started leaving like intention cards and writing out almost worship ritual kind of circle in the front of his store. And I didn't see it the last time that we were there. I don't remember seeing that before, but Jesus was calling me in and guiding me there. And asking me to leave it with him, to leave the energy and that heaviness and that the weight of that responsibility, that cross, my family's cross, to leave that there with him. And I knew it as soon as I got to that corner because I just started crying right away, and I couldn't even help it. And the store owner came over to me too and was telling me a little bit of a story about how that corner came to be. And it was a really special moment. And I wrote out a couple of prayers. I wrote one for me, I wrote one for my grandmother, and I wrote one for my grandfather too, to help release his energy to the light also, and to forgive him, to feel love, to feel peace in his heart so that Jesus could take him too. So it feels like it's still kind of clearing out, but that's where I was today, and just wanted to share it with you guys and help a little bit on your end too for any energies that are around you. So if you're watching this back later too, it can apply for any time. We're still going to be, the veil is still very thin, and we're going to be very sensitive to all the energies around us. So it may be that you call into your field the energy of, someone who's passed, or another ancestor who kind of got the vibration of, oh, you're healing people and sending them to the light. Oh, okay, I'm in, and comes to you for that kind of healing too. But it really feels like Mother Mary did a lot of work in releasing whatever fear you may have attached to energies and spirits or ghosts, or what we call ghosts, in order to help you to lean into that. I've had this picture sitting here the whole time, and I'm all ready to even just like recognizing it and seeing it already just gets me emotional. But it's this is a person in my life that was a very dear family friend. He was like a father to me because I didn't have one. I always told people that if anybody was going to walk me down the aisle, it would have been him. He passed before that, but I know he was there. He tells me that he was there. His name was Mr. Don. And he was has shown me over the years since he passed, is the example of what really grounded divine masculine energy looks like before I knew what divine masculine energy looked like. And as I say that, my candle that I had lit was almost out. It's starting to flicker because it's down so low. But it was very special to me. And still is, because I can feel him. I feel that he is there. And I feel the energy of, needing to release him, just as we did a little bit earlier too. And I'll probably do that after we go off of here, because I've needed that kind of grounding force in my root chakra to know what real masculine love is. So just by talking about them, we honor them. Here. Like one for me, one for my homies. I wish I had a beer right now that I could pour some of it out for my homie, Mr. Don. But I have these candies that, and it's funny because they're gold, and that gold energy is really in our realm right now. These Werther originals. They remind me of his house because he always had them at his house. And I always used to, it was the only time I ever ate them when I went over this house. But every time I have one, it reminds me of being there. He always had these, he always, he had quit smoking years before that and always had a pack of juicy fruit in the pocket of his shirt because he would chew gum for the cravings and everything. And after that, it just became a habit. So he always had juicy fruit in his pocket. So every time I see that, I think of him too. And so I have that here to honor him. And yeah, that was, and just like that quickly, the emotion of it, the energy of the pain from him not being here has kind of subsided a little bit, just in talking about it, just in feeling his energy again, and in feeling how really, really grounded and pure his energy was. And he just, I can almost hear it. I swear I hear it right now, that he just had the best laugh. He had the best laugh. It was so loud. But he had the best laugh and the best sense of humor, and really was there for us. Just, that was unconditional love. That was definitely unconditional love. So, yeah, so I just wanted to give a shout out. I've talked about her before, but I had a babysitter when I was younger, when I was 7, I think 7 or 8, who took care of us during the transition period right after my parents got divorced, and my mother had 6 kids that she was raising by herself, and worked overnights as a nurse. And so this babysitter and her husband used to watch us and spend the night with us, and she just, I just remember needing that mothering energy, and we were so close, and we had if we ate all of our dinner, if we did our homework and stuff, she had this club that she put together. It was called the Friends Club. So if we were good, we got to be members of the Friends Club. And after she died, my inner child kind of created this energy, created this vortex around her that pushed away all friends. She suffered so much with the loss of her. She died in a motorcycle accident, and never got to really grieve it until this last 2 years, when she came up during a Holy Fire Reiki session, actually, that someone was giving to me. So the healing for that was much needed, and so I just want to honor her too. Her name was Debbie. So Snow White, Snow White, she said during Karen's prayer, I heard, it's not necessary, it's not necessary, it's not necessary to hold on any longer. For some of us, the energy of the people who have passed are still connected to us because we just can't let them go. And I hear Gabriel and I hear Archangel Michael, just, we don't ever lose them. We don't need to hold on to them because we are ever going to lose them. It's just because we just, it's not fair. It's not fair that we lost them. That's the thing that I keep hearing. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. Because the energy of love that we felt from them is what we missed most of all in the world around us. And we don't realize that we reflect so much of that. It's hard to do it on our own. It's hard to like stand and be that love when there's so much distorted kind of love around us. Um, but it's also a realm, and they're not meant to be here. They're meant to be in the light. And sending the energy to the light is a gift that we give them out of unconditional love. And it ends up coming back to us too, because their love, they as pure, divine, unconditional love, go to the light and contribute to the light that awakens others to unconditional love. And so it builds the vibration of the planet with each spirit, with each soul, with each energy that is able to enhance and strengthen that light by being released. So it comes back to us in other ways, in different ways, and it's time that we honor that, and it's not fair to keep them here with us. So that's what we do. We as light workers send them. You can follow with the prayer and the meditation that we did just a little bit ago. If you want to watch that back, you can watch that back and do that for as many energies as you want. If another one comes in, do it again. If another one comes in, do it again. Or if you need some help doing that too, I'm more than happy to help you, and we can do it one-on-one if you want. Sometimes doing it live and being able to speak these things to another person is enough to help release it from yourself, from your heart. Sometimes it's hard for us to do it ourselves. Sometimes it's just like, I don't want to fucking let go. I don't want to. So, let me know if you guys need any help with that. Soma, not everybody has that feeling of and not everybody who is passed in your life is stuck in between those realms. Who is some of them are moved on because they're not attached to you, because you don't have that kind of attachment that keeps them here. But for others of us who experienced just different kinds of trauma or whatever it is, we hold blockages in certain areas of our body that draw in the vibration of those people that have passed, or our ancestors, or other energies around us that get attached to us, because the vibration of that within us, that pain, that trauma, whatever that is within us, is so strong that it creates attachments and bonds to energies around us. So not everybody experiences that. But this is for those people who do experience that, and so the energies of people who have passed, if they're not connected to you, like in your family, or if it's an energy that you don't recognize or you don't know who that is, but it is the energy, you can tell the signature of someone who has passed. It's because there's some sort of trauma or some sort of fear or blockage in your vibration that because they are stuck in this realm due to the trauma of their death, or whatever the reason is that they got stuck, they are connected to your the similar vibration of that same imbalance, and also your light at the same time, knowing that you will be able to help to release them, or someone in your field will be able to help release them. That's why it's important that we recognize it. Not everybody is going to resonate with us. So Jeff said, so should I do this for my mom and daughter? This meditation you're talking about, it will help them. If you're ready, it's going to help you. We do it through clearing our own blockages. We do it through our own systems. They are attached to, your trauma. And so you have to be ready for that in order to fully release them. But and sometimes there are lessons that we learn as they are attached to us, and there are things that we need to heal and go through first before we're able to release them. But yeah, that is completely up to you to go with your guidance. I'm just going to look through the comments real quick. I want to make sure that we didn't. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. Cindy, thank you for suggesting it too. It was definitely something that I really needed, and candles burning, like almost burning over the candle holder. Anyway, I'm just going to scroll back through here and just kind of breathe you guys in a little bit. And hi, Lori. Amazing Grace. Hey, babe, are you still in here? Elizabeth said I was told to pull a card for you, Six of Wands. I love Six of Wands. Thank you. Six of Wands, too, is about victory in within the community because of the connectivity within the community. And there's a deck that I have that I am seeing the Six of Wands. Now I'm going to have to dig it out of that whole deck. But the energy of victory in community. The victor is a victor because of the connectivity within the community. I got it. I'm going to find it and get it out now. It can't be done on your own. It's about the grid. It's about the energy grid between all of us. It's essential. We can't do it alone. We can't do it alone. And I exhausted myself trying. And so this is why we circle up. This is why we do things like this. And this is why I've always done, this is why I do things for you guys too, because it's just, we're all one. We're a community and we need each other, and you guys need me and I need you. And it's union. It's union. It's union energy. If we hold on to people, are we keeping them from going to where they are needed? Snow White said. So sometimes they have a purpose here to help us heal. And then when we are strong enough, when we're able to do that on our own, when we have other people and we're leaning on other people, and we are able to work through the pain, and we have learned the lessons, and it doesn't, we heal the need. We heal the codependency. We heal the pain. We see the pain. We sit in the pain in order to learn from it. Offering them to the light is I believe what needs to happen. Not all of them are. My screen keeps freezing up too. I just have these weird timeline jumps, and like the chat is jumping, and I can't focus on the words. And I really feel like I'm between timelines right now, or I'm in this void. I'm in this Kairos kind of energy. And, I keep looking up in the clock and I'm like, an hour has gone by already. It's always like that in the lives, but it feels really kind of disorienting right now a little bit, not in a bad way, just in this really outside of time kind of energy. So this is the Six of Wands. It's hard to tell because of the way my focus is on this thing, but can see this person down here is holding this wand, and it's got this electricity coming from it, and then there's electricity coming from a wand over here, and the laurel wreath on his, victory sword is all lit up, and it's because of all of these connections from all of the people standing around him that create that victory. This woman down here is holding her wand down and contributing to it too. This electrical grid, this new energy grid of connectivity. This is all union energy. The union between divine feminines, divine masculines, between soul, sister, and brother, divine feminine, divine masculines. Those union energies are so important, and they are the first wave of unions coming through. They're all happening right now. So we're in the midst of this wave of unions happening. It's essential that these happen first before the unions between counterparts can happen. We have to come together as friends, as one, as I've talked about this before, but they're wanting me to say it again, that it's like the pack. Hi Paisley, I just saw her wolf emoji there, and the wolf energy has been coming up very strong. I posted something yesterday about howling at the moon, about howling and declaring ourselves, stepping into our power, understanding our presence as power, and calling out. I just see these wolves howling at the moon, calling out to our pack. It's time to circle up. It's time to circle up and really use the energy of the pack and that pack mind to get to our goal, to hunt for the thing that we're looking for, the same thing that we're all looking for. We are all looking for union energy. We're all looking for this new earth. We're searching for it, and the stronger our pack is, the easier it's going to be for us to find that and to get there. So Jeff said he howled at the full moon. Thank you. I literally did too. I was speaking light language just so loud and so fiercely. It's just something came over me that I was almost howling at the moon. And this wave of really, really intense fire energy is igniting. For a lot of you, it is the holy fire igniting within you. Your God spark is connecting. You're connecting with your fire energy. We're drawing that out of the earth. Mother Gaia is here supporting it. But for a lot of you, that's specifically holy fire energy. So take that however you want to take that. But I have just today and yesterday set up and posted about some holy fire healing experiences that I'm hosting or hosting this week. If you're interested in that, if you want to experience the holy fire, if you need some healing if you want to work with your inner child or release something in your field that you have to release, if you need to get to it at a deeper level, think about taking one of these holy fire experiences. It's pretty much like a meditation. It's a meditation kind of journey. And the holy fire takes you where you need to go to reveal things, to heal things. And it's very powerful, very high vibrational energy that's going to help dig in at a deeper level. So if you're interested in that, go over to my website or go over to my Facebook page, my Facebook business page, and click on one of the events there. Or if somebody can put the link for that in the chat box. 111, that's funny. 111:22 on my timer. I love me some horse this weekend. So for that, we've got 4 spots filled up right now, but there are still 4 excuse me, 4 spots left. We're also doing a Holy Fire Reiki Level 2 class the weekend of the 21st and 22nd. So if you're interested in that, you don't have to have taken Level 1 or Holy Fire before. You just have to have taken any Reiki Level 1 in order to do the Level 2 class. So if you're interested in that, go to my website. If you have any questions, make sure that you email me or go to the Hawk's Nest and ask some questions over there. Everybody's more than happy to answer. And no, Ben, I think that it was I think you were number 4. So I think that there's 4 left after that. So, but thank you for signing up today and following your guidance. He was one of the people that went over to the group and kind of asked some questions about what the class is all about. What does the energy feel like? Why would I want to do this? And it's like the wolves came in and attacked and said, the holy fire is everything. It changed my life. This is amazing. You're stupid if you don't do it. Blah, 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 blah. They were just like, we love everything about it. It released so much for us. And it's like all the wolves jumped in and said, join our pack. So anyway, okay. Does anybody have any questions? Anything that they want me to recognize or anybody that they want me to recognize? And Lloyd, thank you for being here too. He's out fishing right now. So, and it's in the middle of the night. I don't even know what time it is right now. It's almost 10 o'clock here. But I appreciate you being here. Yes, Jeff was one of the wolves in there. Hi, Courtney. I think it's really interesting too that our Reiki Level 1 class this time has 3 guys in it, which I really, really appreciate. It's definitely just going to be a really interesting dynamic. The people that are in the class really make a big difference for the overall experience that's there too. So Kimberly, Snow White, said she's waiting for one more sign from the universe. And the universe is like, how many more signs do you need? That may have been your sign just now. Okay. I don't know how to say your name on there, but wants to recognize her Grandpa George. So to Grandpa George. I'm just going to sit and recognize his energy and thank him for being a part of your life and part of your existence, part of our existence here in this space. Thank you for showing up and blessing her and blessing us. Lisa, would you check in with my dad and mom? Thank you. Yes, of course. There's a lot of emotion in here right now. I can feel it with everybody posting all of these names on here. But Lisa, you brought them in as soon as you said that. And we recognize the energy of your mom and your dad watching over, and we just thank them for being a part of your loving energy. Jeff, my mom, Lindy, and daughter, Evie. Thank them for being a powerful force in your life. For choosing to spend the time that they did. You thank them and honor them. Lloyd said Richie Evans, childhood friend taken too soon. I thank Richie for his friendship. For his laugh, I hear. We honor the short time that he was here. I feel the holy fire burning through any pain connected with any of these. Allow it to clear through your field. So that there's peace surrounding their memories. My dad, Roger Rojas, and Grandpa Wayne Plunkett. Thank you, Shonda, for bringing them here. Surrounding them with violet, the energy of the violet ray. Thank them for their presence in your life. Ruth said, "Can you recognize my grandmother Odette?" Of course. I hear sassy. I hear sassiness, like I want to do this with my head. Grandma Odette. Thank you for the joy and presence. Karen said, "Would you look for our beautiful friend Lori, who we lost last year?" They want you to close your eyes and see her, and see her face, visualize her face, and her energy, and her laugh, and her light. And her presence. She's there. We call her forth by seeing her. And I'm hearing that she's held. She's held. Cindy said, "Tammy, who thought she was alone and couldn't handle life." Oof. Maybe I'll circle around her energy and shine our light into hers. It feels like one of those Care Bear stares shining at her, at Tammy. All of us circled up with our bellies, shining this rainbow Reiki energy. She's being surrounded by rainbow energy. Thank you for remembering her light, Cindy. Ben's friend Nate, one of the coolest people I ever knew from about 14 on. Got caught up in bad stuff with no one good around him to help. We all understand the need to be seen. And he's seen. Maybe he hears the guitar. Jeff's close childhood friends, Chris and Jeremy, both taken way too soon. We were blessed with the time that they were here. I feel I feel as we say each one of these names, as we honor them, as we bring them forward, I feel them all circling up together. We are connecting them to this light grid so they have each other. And I've been sitting here, I can't take my hand off my chest. It's almost this higher heart kind of area just below my throat chakra that I feel healing going through. Ronald said Grandma Grace, Aunt Joanne, Grandma Beverly, Grandma Joanne. Feels like very strong women. Thank them for their strength. I hear fortitude. Thank you for your donation, Rose. I appreciate that. Elizabeth, my beautiful Gloria, was an angel here on earth. If only I could talk with her. She was a prayer warrior. I just hear singing. I hear angels singing. This big, beautiful golden light. She's an angel everywhere. She's very powerful. Her energy is very powerful. Anybody else? Rose said, my ex-husband, Albert, who died 20 years ago from cancer, as he reincarnated. I don't know how to answer that, really. I feel his energy because his energy is connected to yours and your memory and in your field. It's almost like a hologram being projected from your memories, but it doesn't feel that it's in between these realms, in between. And I just heard Jesus say, I got this. Like, I don't feel that he is stuck anywhere here. I feel that he had gone to the light a long time ago, that he has peace. He definitely had peace. And you've had peace. You've had time to 21 people, 21 likes, 21. You had time to process, and so there's a lot of peace surrounding his energy. Makes sense. That helps. Cindy's friend Cindy and aunts. Taking it all in. Ronald said, Uncle Mike, Uncle Jeff. You honor those masculines in your life. We appreciate the lessons learned, I heard. Uncle Kenny, grandparents, Ray, Dorothy, and Daryl. The energy around Uncle Kenny feels really fun for some reason. And we thank them for their wisdom. Elizabeth's dad, Lazarus Lazaro. She never got to meet. He passed in his early 30s. In honor his sacrifices and his pain. He wants forgiveness. He wants to forgive himself. Rose's parents, Rose and Anthony. I just see dancing. There's some kind of dancing. There's like an old 50s kitchen. I don't know if they were old enough to be dancing around a 50s kitchen, but that's what I see. Looks maybe like a diner. Something about dancing. Really sad. Connected with my Uncle Richard. He was laughing. I do believe he's stuck somewhere, so stubborn. I feel that stubbornness, but it's in a like a ball buster kind of way. I feel like he's got control of it. Said he's got some kind of lesson to teach or something like that. That's weird. Jeff said Uncle Kenny was a big kid. He collected baseball cards into his 50s. One of my favorite uncles. As soon as I read Uncle Kenny, I was just like, oh, he's the fun uncle. Ronald said my friend's dad, Stephen Ball. Oh man. When you said that, not oh man with his energy, but I just remembered someone else. So I don't know if maybe he died in a car accident and that's why they referenced this other person that I'm thinking of, but or something car related. Just he appreciates being seen. He appreciates being. My best friend's brother passed away. It says your connection is unstable. Please wait while we try reconnecting. Am I still connected on here, guys? Can you still hear me? Am I back? Okay. Okay. There's a lot of stuff going on with technology right now, and these energies, these spirits are just kind of like it's a lot of energy moving in right now, moving in and out, and I feel like my hand right now on my chest is just this steady grounding force. My best friend's brother passed away when we were in a car accident when we were in high school, and it was on her birthday. We were at a party. Well, we weren't at a party. We were visiting my brother at college, about an hour away, and we were supposed to come back and have a party for her birthday with our volleyball friends. And he had gotten in an accident that day. So his name is Nick. I just wanted to honor him. And the way that his death brought so many people together. It was really a beautiful thing at the time. It was terrible, obviously, but it was really beautiful the way that so many people came together. Karen said, my dear friend Dee and my grandmother Audrey. Just going to go through these names real quick too. Not tap into each one, but to just recognize them, to see their names, to see their energy, and bring them forth into this healing space. Jeff said, Cassandra, it's faint, but her energy is around. Okay, Elizabeth, I forgave my dad in a candle ritual today. I did feel that. Okay, so, it's almost as if he's looking for the permission to forgive himself then. That's what that energy was. And Rose said, my oldest brother who died this last March, Jim. Okay, so Jim. Cindy said the Pleiadians are showing me so many figures in a circle holding hands in the golden rays from my candle. I did a meditation today in the setting sun, and I was sun gazing and doing light language at the same time. They're reminding me about the rays of sun coming in today too, to help us to anchor in these golden codes, the manifestation codes. I recorded the light language too, so I think that I'm going to put that in a video tomorrow, and I'll release that tomorrow. Thank you, Snow White, for your donation. I appreciate that. I'll put that in a video for you guys. It was really beautiful. It was very peaceful. There's an energy of anchoring peace in the golden rays. So I'll post that tomorrow. My ex-fiance and boy's father, Miguel, who also passed at 31 years old, I feel is near for sure. Feels very confident energy, that Miguel. Feels like some of it was a little bit of a mask, but his energy feels very proud now. Light body activations in the gold. Yeah, babe, it was, yeah. I could see the rays. There were like golden rainbow rays coming off of the sun. I was right next to the water too. It was mixed with the energy of the water. The water was like a conduit for those golden rays. There's a lot of alchemy happening right now. With this veil being thin, we are able to take those golden rays and anchor them forward we're creating so much for our future, like in these moments, in this Kairos time. I do that a lot too. I look up to see 22 likes and hear you say two, two. I always kind of struggle to get my words out, but that's how it's supposed to happen. That's what they're wanting me to say. Two, two. I do that a lot. Okay. I really love being in the middle of the circle, and it's been an hour and a half now. I don't know why I keep looking at the time. I was going to pull cards too. I had all of these cards out, but apparently I didn't need that. The energy is it's a lot more, it's just peaceful and grounded and calm, and it feels somber. Um, oh, I feel the energy of a funeral home, just kind of that hushed tones. And but it's interesting, it's as hushed as it is, and as kind of just, there's always the sad lingering energy. A lot of times there are spirits in those rooms that are, I don't know why they're showing me this, that are wanting to cheer you up. They're wanting to make you laugh. They are wanting to connect. They're wanting people to connect with each other. They're wanting, I don't know who that is. That's another message for something else. Miguel was very I don't know why I have to say it like that, Miguel. Like I have to say it with the accent. Miguel was very confident. His nickname, he called himself Showtime. Okay, so he's still got that air about him. He's still got that kind of swagger almost. Um, he wants you to know that a lot of that was a mask. He was a very unsure kind of person, but he came off as confident in order to try to like balance the energy and things like that. That's what he's wanting to say. It was kind of a mask. He wasn't as confident as he seemed. He was just but it's solid. His energy feels really solid and a good guy. Thank you for your amazing work you do for us all. Thanks, babe, for saying that. You're welcome, and thank you too for all your work you do. I saw and heard the golden path, and I saw the yellow brick road. Yeah, it's being paved now. We actually are creating that. We're paving our own paths right now. And one of the most important things that they were showing me today is our energy, my energy, as my own ancestor, creating this new bloodline for ourselves, cutting ourselves off from the stories and the storyline of our past, of our bloodline, of our ancestors, and just accepting that these are the patterns that I inherited, and so that's how it's going to be. And we're creating the golden path, and we're carving the way. We are at the beginning of this road, and it's interesting because I laid out a crystal grid here on the desk, on top of a little, not tapestry, but a little cloth that Lloyd had gotten me with the flower of life on it. I laid out a grid, and it's laid out like the crystals are all the colors of the chakras laid out in a spiral like this. That's what they're showing me, is from the Wizard of Oz, where they start out at the middle. Follow the yellow brick road. Now I see them. Follow the yellow brick road. They start in the middle, and then they go out like that. That's how the road goes out. That's how we are carving it right now, with this powerful, sacred, geometrical pattern that it's like our electrical grid that we are connecting with each other. That's what it looks like. And that's what a spider web looks like, you know, with all of the lines that go out this way, but the way that they spin the web, it's almost like this big spiral. So the web that we are weaving together right now, it's very strong, it's very powerful, it's very sacred and part of I hear web of life, the web of life, but the web of this new grid, this new matrix grid. That's what I'm saying. I can't even explain what it is that I'm seeing right now, or the words. I don't quite have all the words for what they're saying to me or what they're showing me. The spiral is very important. The energy of the spiral is very important for weaving our web in order to fortify this new grid work that we're doing. Take that however it resonates for you. Oh, Karen said, my kitten just jumped on my lap with tears in her eyes. I wiped them away and felt the message of healing. That's sweet. I had the door closed because the cats were running around and crazy, and I didn't want them to be distracting, but I might need to let Romeo in. I'm not going to be on here very much longer. 144 on my timer. Ronald's cat Zipper, Snow White's dogs, Lilo, Hana, and Gigi. Elizabeth, both my dad's and Miguel's candles just went out right now. They're here with us. I feel them. Clearly I feel them. Gloria's is still going strong. That I'm telling you, that light is powerful and golden, and that is serious angel energy right there. Karen said, I've been meditating on spiders lately and how women should love them as they are grandma teachers. If you haven't seen my Mary Magdalene video that I posted last year, talking about new definition of union or something like that, scroll back through my videos. I've done a bunch of them with Mary Magdalene, but it's the one from a year ago, over a year ago. Go back and watch that, because there's something in there about spider webs and women and divine feminines coming into union with each other. So go back and watch that. That's definitely something that they're wanting you to, even if you have watched it, even if you did watch it before, go back and watch it again. I think that there's something else in it for you. Oh, just came in, Asada. Hi, Asada. But was called to do a reading for someone using my spiral-shaped seashell found at a beach in Australia. No coincidence. We are just honoring those people who have passed, and everybody that's here has just been kind of chiming in and wanting to contribute a name, giving a shout out to their energy, bringing it forth and connecting it with the grid of all the others who have passed, and for our ancestors, and for those spirits that are here with us now. So if you have someone, feel free to shout it out. I've been feeling both sets of grandparents' energies finally connecting with my dad's side. That's good. Okay, we'll bring them forth and connect with them too here. Okay. So the what's working through our systems, what's working through my system, is this generational, ancestral, deep soul sadness and missing the light within, because the light within was extinguished. And so as I clear that out, I honor what that taught me. I honor what that brought to my life, and recognize that side of me. I recognize that part of me, and I recognize this part of me that has the power to to be authentic and be true to myself and be in my light and not be afraid of my light, not to fear my light. That my light is essential. It's important to the world around us. And so I'm patient with myself. I'm patient with the amount of time that it takes to clear that out of here, to make peace with it, to find and anchor that peace, and don't rush it. Don't rush yourself. Have patience with anchoring that peace, is what I hear. Moving forward, we bind together in order to fortify our web. And I see these like electrical circuits, these electrical, just, oh my God. I can't explain tonight what it is that they're showing me. These like electrical pulses. That's the word that I wanted to use. These electrical pulses coming down the spider web. If you are the spider sitting in the middle of it and you're having trouble releasing this, or you need a jolt of electricity from your grid, from your people around you, it's there. It will always be there. This grid that's forming around us with all of these beings and with each other is meant to send these energy impulses to you, to give you a jolt of connectivity, to connect you back in again. Each time that your energy needs that, it's like you put out the signal of that without even realizing that you're putting out the signal of that, and your people come in. You will always be connected in that way. You will always have them. If you have people that come into your awareness too, that you haven't spoken to in a while, or someone just pops in your mind, you hadn't thought about them in a little bit, or you see something that reminds you of them, maybe check in with them, or maybe just check in with their energy, but maybe even physically check in with them too, or send them a text or whatever it is. They're coming to your awareness for some reason. That part of your grid, your web has been activated for a reason, because there's either something that they need from you, or you're meant to connect with them because there's something in your energy that needs that electrical current. Just like 2 days ago, I was thinking and talking about my Reiki master teacher and wanting to connect with her, get some advice about something. And I had mentioned to Lloyd that I was going to get a hold of her, and I didn't. And she texted me today out of the blue. I haven't talked to her in months and months and months and months and months. And she's kind of off the grid too. She's not on social media or anything like that. And she had a dream about me last night. So, and she is the one who had mentioned this kind of energy grid with all of her Reiki students, with all of the people that she's healed and things like that. She has this grid that goes out, and she kind of keeps track of the grid and knows when this person needs her, or when this person comes to her attention, or whatever. So it's no coincidence that she texted me out of the blue and had a dream about me. And so that's how this grid is going to be working for you. So lean into it a little bit more, even if it's just for a split second. This person comes into your mind. Follow that impulse, follow that pulse, that electrical pulse. And there's something there for you or for them. Okay. Okay. Jessica Garcia said her grandparents. Max Elizabeth's ex-husband, Mark Jones, he passed in the early 30s in a motorcycle accident. Ronald said the last one. My dad's best friend, George, ponytail man. I see beer, like canned beer, like I don't know, Budweiser out of a can or something like that. It's almost like a toast. That's what I see when he said his name. My dog Lucky, my dog Cabo, my cat Pixie, my cat Pepper, my cat Normal. Oh, I can hear my cat Romeo meowing outside the door right now. I was so excited because I pulled the union card and I thought it was my twin, but it was with all you people, yeah. 333 there, is it? 333. It's a big number. Feels like home. Oh, there's no place like home. Do you like that? There it is. We're bringing the Wizard of Oz references back in again. There's going to be more Wizard of Oz references in the next couple of days. Listen to your guides. Listen to your guides and angels. They're going to be referencing the Wizard of Oz for some reason. That's what they're telling me. It is about the yellow brick road. It's about Oz. It's about home. It's about creating Oz. Creating this grid of people. The way that Dorothy connected with all of those people as she traveled in time. There's more to that too. Ooh, I can't wait to get into that. They're just like taking me down this rabbit hole. Beer can, toast, cheers. Oh, that's good. It was really almost immediately as soon as you said George, I was just like, oh, okay, there's a can and I smell beer, and he's the kind of guy that drank beer out of a can. Love you too, Elizabeth. Thank you for doing all of the moderating tonight too. Hi, Brooke. There's no place like home. I'm sorry you missed it. Make sure you go back and watch. In the beginning, we did a meditation to help to release some of our peeps and to connect in with the energies that are around us in this thin veil. My guide shared the same analogy. It's like being Dorothy in the house landing in a new world. Yes, and it's in Technicolor. It's very, very, very colorful. We need to keep that in mind. That door, from the black and white world into this Technicolor world, is opening soon, real soon. Today's November 2nd. I hear the 4th. There's still residual distorted masculine energy that will be leaving our realm. Have patience in that process. Mars goes direct, I think, on November 13th. So this next week, it's almost like this retro shade period after Mercury retrograde. There's that during that retro shade period, there is going to be more divine masculine energy that is going to be purged. The codes of this that we're experiencing right now, this peace is being anchored in order for us to just flow through the releases of those, to flow through whatever purge of masculine energy comes up. It's almost like we just are able to observe it and see it and be like, oh, there goes another distorted masculine trait. There goes another distorted masculine trait, without tapping into it, without really connecting with it, just able to observe it. That's what I'm hearing right now. So keep that in mind. His George also rode a motorcycle and passed away. No coincidence. No coincidence. So there's a couple of people here who died in motorcycle accidents, and I feel like I just heard a motorcycle outside too. It's almost like they're creating their own like motorcycle gang together. It just cheers them. Something about muscle cars too. I hear a muscle car outside. Something about a car club. Somebody's dad wants to mention like this old car club, fixing up old cars, 65 Mustang, cars like that. That's a message from someone's dad. Brittany said there's a motorcycle out right now. Okay. I'm thinking I just want to kind of bring the energy into center and bring us all back into this presence. If you just want to sit in, we call this gasho, in this gasho position, brings the energy from above and anchors it down here into your heart. I just kind of put my thumbs here right at my heart. Breathe that energy into that space. Lloyd said, Wizard of Oz, we've been questing for our hearts, our courage, our mind, and our magic, just like the collective quest. Had them all with us all along. I love that. It's like the 4 elements. I see the 4 elements in those, in the courage, heart, brains, air, earth, fire and water, the emotions. I see all of those in the friends in Oz. There's more to come. There's more with the Tin Man. I have a feeling there's a video coming out soon. All right, let's breathe into that space. Let's bring together all of those elements. Let's honor the elements too. Honor our ancestors that lived by the elements, that appreciated the elements. The elements are our ancestors. Earth, air, fire, and water. They're our most powerful source of wisdom, ancient wisdom. They feed us, they guide us, they speak to us. They're a part of our soul. Let's connect in with their energy grid. Honor the earth. I hear them singing. I hear Native American singing and chants. Teatako oya otiko ya siantia kako siantia tako. Miro okoko ya sianto. Singing the song of the water. Miando ya teashu kasianti katuentium beata kachisiantia. Honoring the air, piasha akako ya siantia pikotosh. Fire, yakati, and the shukotoy and the yatakatoya shikata. I can hear the drums. I can hear the drum beats, making the fire bigger, bolder. Fire is very to really get to know it, to love it, to honor it, to respect it. And learn how to temper it. To serve you. And earth. Ground it and anchor it into your earthly body. Eyato okushiandia biatiatosh. Kayasha andia bigatukotuyandia. Yampo yatea toto yasimbi atikateato. As above, so below. Yata ikatovishoyan tiata kotoyambia. As within, so without. Yasho tiksi tiato. Kayatunch. Yasha katiantiati ikatushoyambiata. Meato. Nero okotusiantiata koto. As you're guided, and close your channel, close your sacred container. Thank all the energy beings, thank all the light beings, thank all of our friends and relatives and ancestors and all those who came to be with us. Thank them for being here. Thank them for showing us what they did. Thank them for allowing us to be a part of their existence and us to be a part of theirs. Thank the grid. Thank the sun and this golden energy. For showing us the way. For giving us the presence to lead the way. So it is. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Okay, guys, thank you for being in this space with me tonight. I really loved it. I loved the energy in here, and I love you guys. I love you very much. Okay? Anybody have any last minute? Anything last minute to say? Karen, I just seen a key floating from Gate and Flower Gold. Elizabeth, wait until you hear my light language channeling from today. I'm going to post that tomorrow, but remember that you said that. There's something about a key in it. Make sure that you guys tune in for that light language video tomorrow. It's very healing. It's very path is paved with gold kind of energy. So it's all part of this. Obviously, that was today. Make sure you go over, and if you guys are interested in our Reiki courses or that healing, any of the healing experiences that I'm going to be offering this week, make sure you go over to either my website or my Facebook group and sign up for one of those and keep this grid connected and this healing energy flowing between all of us. If you guys need a private session or private reading, I'm open for that too. Just all the information is in the box below. I love you guys. Thank you, Asada. Thank you, Ronald. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Cindy. Love you too. I love you guys. Rose, Karen, Jessica, Brooke,